Hey guys, so today we are going to do a little comparison, a little audio shootout of two bass drum heads. We're going to look at the stock DW style bass drum head and see how that compares against the traditional Remo Powerstroke 3. Now, at first impressions, it may seem like the DW head is basically a Powerstroke 3, but there are a couple of key important differences between the two. The first thing is, what is the Powerstroke 3 usually known for? It's because it's got this extra ring of plastic on the inside of the bass drum head, right? You hit the head with your bass drum pedal, the plastic opens up briefly and then closes, choking the sound of the drum head. Both the Powerstroke 3 and the DW stock head have this feature, but the size of the plastic is actually different. If you measure the two, you'll notice that the thickness on the DW head is about an inch thinner than on the Remo head. Now, as I mentioned, it does like a muffling sort of effect, right? It chokes the head. So it should mean that the DW one is going to choke the head less, but you have to kind of compare that to how you have the rest of your bass drum set up. The DW drum heads, they all come with pillows inside, right? So depending on how much you're muting the inside of your bass drum anyhow, that total amount of difference on the extra plastic may or may not have any real world impact. The other thing is that this head is what DW calls one of their hybrid heads. What does that mean? Well, it's mostly clear, but around the outer perimeter of it, there's these little strips of coating. Now, generally, coating on a drum head causes it to become warmer, but you also have to kind of consider the ratio. Since this is a 22-inch sized drum head and the total amount of coating on there is not that much compared to the whole head, the amount of additional warmth you're going to get is probably going to be fairly small. As mentioned, this is a DW bass drum. It's a PurpleCore maple, 18-inch depth, 22-inch diameter. I did use a tune bot when switching the heads out to try to get the pitch of the drum as close as I could from one to the other. Just one thing to note is that I did apply those Evans bass drum head protectors, those beater protectors on both drums. So any impact that would have on the sound of the drum, it's being applied to both. I'm using two microphones on the drum. I have this traditional style bass drum mic on it, Beyerdynamic Opus 99. That's outside the head, going through an API preamp, then a distressor. Then I also have a lower sub frequency microphone. That's actually the DW The Moon mic that I have. That's also going through an API preamp, but no outboard compressor. Once it goes into the computer, I'm not doing any other processing on those two channels, not even gating. But my other channels, those like my snare, my overheads, those will have additional processing. So what did you guys think? Did you notice any difference, or did it seem negligible to you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, I have other videos coming out all the time. Tips on recording your drums and drum related gear stuff and lessons and all sorts of good stuff. So if you don't want to miss out, then don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, peace.